Okay, so we have a 1500 battle report for you. I've got a saim-hann style army. I've got 18 Jetbikes, 9 of which are on the table. Farseer Warlord. Rolled for, didn't roll very well, so I just took the 3 Primaris powers that I can take. I've got an Autarch with Mantle of the Laughing God. I'm going to try out this dude once just to see what he can do. Fusion gun, laser lance, he's got the Banshee mask, some other stuff there. Vypers with star cannons, shuriken cannons, Squadron of 3 for once. 2 fire prisms. I've got 3 units of 3 bikes in reserve. I've got a Crimson Hunter, painted, but the base is not finished. I am slime, but anyways, there he is. He's painted, but the base isn't done. He's coming on. He's got upgraded Exarch with the Marksman shot or whatever. And I'm facing Chaos Demons, but there's some awesome conversions here. Those guys are Chaos Spawn. How badass is that? So it's actually Chaos Demons mixed with Chaos Space Marines. Those are Nurgle Bikers, right?
Yeah, these are Nurgle Bikes.
Nurgle Bikers. Bloodthirster there. Chaos Spawn with the Guy Lord there.
Flushhounds.
Right, we got some dudes over there, Bloodletters coming down, two Obliterators, Deep Striking, and what are the units?
And a Mutilator.
Mutilator, Deep Striking.
And some random cultists.
Random cultists showing up from reserve, I guess. So pretty interesting. We're playing Big Guns Never Tire, 1 objective, 2 objectives, 3rd one back there somewhere, I think, yeah. 4th one back here somewhere. And we are playing that. I've got, my Warlord trait is reroll 1s to wound once per game. Your Warlord trait is Space Marine, preferred enemy Space Marines, yeah, some useless Warlord trait. And my opponent, I'm going to go first unless my opponent wants to steal initiative, wants to try.
Yeah. Alright.
He's going to try it. Oh, real close. He almost stole initiative on me. Alright. So we're going first. There is no night fighting in effect. So we're going to try to get some first blood going on here. Back in a bit. Oh, yeah, they fear close. Yeah, don't fear close. Alright, so what happened on Eldar turn 1? Not a lot. Forgot that he can scout his guys. So he scouted them in there 12 inches because they're beasts on the scout. And a beautiful piece of terrain right in the middle of the board, blocking everything. So my walkers, I prescience them, but I mean, I decided not to use them for anything. They're just hanging back. Over here, we fired a blast and a combination of just the star cannons, long range. Managed to kill 1 spawn there. So we started annoying that spawn unit to death with harsh language. Over here, 3 of the shuriken cannons were in range. And I tried to stay carefully out of range, so we killed a bunch of guys with a shot of this guy as well, strength 7 blast. Managed to kill, probably should have used a strength 5 one, but managed to kill 2 of them, and then 1 of the dogs is down 1 wound. So there's a couple of kills there, but nothing great. Nothing to write home about. And it is on to turn 1 for the Chaos. Rounding up bottom of turn 1 for the Demons. Not much to report unless just a lot of movement. These guys moved up, turbo boosted over here, getting really dangerously close to my stuff. Dogs moved out, got the Grimoire of True Name, succeeded on the dogs. They have a 3+ invulnerable save apparently, pretty awesome. This guy just flew up over here and then sort of ran, quote unquote, as a flyer a little bit further. He got hit the special move you get if you're a flyer to go flat out for a flying monstrous creature, getting a little bit closer to my army. And these guys moved up, ran, fleeted for 4 inches. Other than that, those guys just chilled back there. And that's it. We're going to see if my stuff comes on. First, we're going to roll for the Crimson Hunter. I rolled the only number that doesn't bring him on because I have an Autarch to bring him on. That's unbelievable. I'm just world's worst dice roller. Okay, well, I got 3 units of Jetbikes trying to come on. So these guys come on. These guys I can try to make come on, or do I really not want them to come on? Actually, it might be helpful to get some more shooting on these things here. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that 1 unit on, but I'm not going to. Well, let me see. Yeah, I kind of need I need some shooting against this stuff. They're only toughness 4 of those guys, right? Yeah, I'm gonna make this into a 3 with my Autarch and bring that second squad of bikes on. Wow, I can't believe I rolled a 1. Alright, so back in a bit, we're going to see what happens with my, rounding up my turn 2. Crimson Hunter not on the board to try to harry this guy. What happened? Managed to kill a bunch of these dogs, but just not enough. These Jetbikes really, they rolled almost no wounds despite getting a lot of hits. That's pretty disastrous there. Warwalkers killed a bunch, but not enough. Bunch of shooting from that unit, still just couldn't roll well enough to kill a bunch of dudes. 2 of them survived. Otherwise, that Fire Prism, I thought was a smart move. Blast into there, direct hit 7 of those weenie little cultists. Of course, killed enough to make them run. They ran, but they rolled 3 inches on their run. 1 more inch, they would have been off the board for first blood anyways. Man, I just can't catch a break, but so be it. I guess first blood's going to go to my opponent. That really sucks. I tried my best, but so be it. So we're going to keep fighting. We're going to see what shows up, I guess. You want to roll for your reserves?
Yeah. So, Bloodletters first.
Bloodletters.
Yep.
They're on.
Obliterator.
Yeah.
Nope. Other Obliterator. Nope.
Okay.
Mutilator. Yep. And Reserve Cultist.
Cultists in reserve. They're on. Oh man, there was that one unit not running off the board with a 4. They have such low leadership. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it.
They do not.
No, they don't regroup. Okay, so I still get first blood. I still managed to get it. Okay, so lucky there. Back in, rounding up bottom of turn 2 for the Chaos Space Marines. What happened over here? These guys moved up, tried to assault here. We tried to overwatch, but they couldn't get it. Even with fleet, they couldn't quite get it. They needed like a 9 or a 10, I think. They couldn't get in there. These guys moved up, flamered and laser beamed and all kinds of stuff. Killed one guy, but we made our leadership. Lone dog charged in because Overwatch killed one of the wounds on the dog that had 1 wound. So this guy charged in, but it was a total gong show. No wounds caused anywhere, so everything just sucks over here, both sides. This guy swooped over here, smashed into the impassable terrain. We sort of allowed him to smash. I think it's too cool not to be in there, so he smashed through the window of the building, and he's just chilling over there, but he's swooping. He gave the dogs a 3+ grimoire again that succeeded. This guy landed over here successfully. He's just chilling, going to cause some trouble there. Those guys moved on and are going to try to go for that objective again. That's the unit of cultists that came on. These guys deep struck over here, tried to land there, but actually landed on my unit, and I got to place them myself, so I packed them in the far corner. I didn't want to put them in that corner despite the fact that there's objectives over here because I want my vehicles and guys to have a chance to move around there if need be. So I actually packed them into there. And that is it. So we're going to see if this Crimson Hunter shows up on a 3+ again. Yeah, he shows up. I don't even need my Autarch to help him there. He's on. And that unit of Jetbikes, see if they show up on a 3+. No, they don't show up. Okay, that's good. And it is on to turn 3 for the Eldar. Running up Eldar turn 3. Flyer came on here, got 3 hits, rolled 1-1, but only got 1 wound through because he made 2 out of 3 5+ invulnerable saves. Pretty awesome on that guy. This guy gets his Psychic Shriek, the ultimate power against flying creatures, rolls his 6 to deny the witch. What a champion this guy is. Over here, flew him and those bikes. The bikes fired in, managed to get enough Wrens, well, pseudo-Wrens, on their shots that we actually killed the Mutilator. He was ready to help out if need be, so instead he fired his twin link guns up here, trying to just bring this guy out of the sky, but no luck. They combined with this unit. I decided, do I shoot here, do I shoot there? Well, he's going to kill something anyways, so I tried to go for the sure thing, but I only managed to wipe out the unit and bring him down to 1 wound. He's still alive with 1 wound, though, so that wasn't successful. That's his Warlord over there. These guys here, combat continues. Another gong show. I forgot if I mentioned last time, but this dog charged in, had a gong show combat. Nothing happened. Again, nothing happened the second round. This guy fired into here, blasted, small blast, strength 7, AP 2 against toughness 6. Managed to kill 2 guys, so pretty lucky there. Hit 3, kill 2. Fire Prism blasted into there, open terrain, nuked 6 of those guys. They ran, but again, they only ran 3 inches, so they're still on the edge of the board. Pretty interesting. Other than that, shifted around during assault phase moves. My Farseer's out on his own. I figured this would be a better idea, because if he wants to come kill me, he would then just wipe out a unit with it, right? But this way he has to pick and choose. So, onto that, we're going to see... Do you have any more reserves that aren't... yeah, the 2 Obliterators. Yeah, you want to roll it up? Here we go. 3 ups.
First Obliterator.
He's on. Second one. He's on. The Obliterators are coming on the board. Here we go. We're going to see what happens. Back in a bit. So middle of bottom of turn 3, because there's some combat starting, he decided to go slaughter these guys. Overwatch, no wounds caused. We managed to, well, sorry, we caused 2 wounds, but he made past all his saves. Got a lot of hits, but just couldn't wound his really good toughness there. Over here, charged in, of course, no Overwatch allowed because those aren't walkers. He's going to shred those guys. These guys moved up and jetted over this way. They've had enough of this nonsense coming this way. These 2 guys showed up over here, Melt a Blast in their penetration, but he just stunned me. He rolled a 1, and on my Spirit Stones on a 4+ ignored the stun, so I just lost a hull point. Over here, Flamer hit 2 guys, but couldn't get through my armor saves. He used his Grimoire, gave this guy a 3-up invulnerable save. So it's actually going to be really hard to kill this guy next turn, even with my Jetbikes there. It's going to be interesting. We got combat starting over here, combat going over there. There's going to be some dead Eldar very soon. Back in a combat bit. Over here, exploded 2 of those guys, wounded some of these guys, but they made their saves, didn't wound himself. This guy's immobilized, though. He didn't kill me, so he's locked in combat with this immobilized walker. Oh, that sucks for me, man. I was going to gun this guy to death, but it's not going to happen. Oh lordy, so there's no hope for me at all. This guy's just going to be locked in combat in my shooting phase, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I've got to just chicken my army away from this guy because I don't want him to just slaughter anything he can. So, interesting turn of events here. We're going to see if automatically they come on the board my last unit of Jetbikes. So let's round up. So this guy came over here with the help of him, shot into there, but again, so many invulnerables made against my guns. Had to use my telepathy power. Still didn't do anything to him because even against leadership 8. 3d6, I only rolled an 8 on 3d6. Eventually did take 1 wound off him, though, I think, with this gun, and charged him bravely, managed to put 3 wounds into him. He failed 1 for the last wound, so he died. These guys were guided and decided to... I fired this entire unit of Jetbikes at that guy, not a single wound caused. So that was brutal. So because you know he's just going to wipe out any of these units he comes after. So I decided to fire these guys, despite the fact that one of them was out of 45 degrees for his lower gun. So the turrets fired, the other guns fired, managed to wipe that guy out with the AP2 and other shots. A big guy over there blasted into here, managed to kill one of these bikers. This guy over here blasted through this open terrain here, managed to kill all 4 of those guys, so that unit was dead. These guys flew on, decided I'm just going to hold them back for now. Combat continued here, wiped out the guy, consolidated 1 inch. Combat continued here, total gong show. This guy, I decided to do a brave thing. I was going to try to free up my Jetbikes, but instead I charged the Warlord. I didn't even fire my fusion gun. I wanted to fight him in combat, but the weirdest thing happened. He rolled a 1 on his demon weapon and killed himself. Okay, only had 1 wound left. Killed himself before I could attack him. It's like he was like, I'm not going to give you the honor of the kill, and he just sliced his own throat. Craziness over there. So this guy's free. He's down by 1 wound, but otherwise he's rocking and he's ready to kill anything he wants. So back in a bit coming up. Bottom turn 4, he decides to go this way, wipes out that fire prism, no questions asked. Didn't explode it, but just wrecked him a million times. The stupid dog, of course, he tried to use the grimoires, failed, but then I didn't get any wounds on him, and the dog, of course, lucks out and makes me fail 2 of my saves somehow. Only 2 attacks, gets hits, wounds, fail the saves. But I stick it out in combat, which actually is worse, because I wanted to just shoot this guy to death, but so be it. So we're going to keep fighting him. This guy's on the ground now, so I have a chance to hurt him with stuff. So we're going to try to hurt him with whatever I can. Yeah, so we're back in a bit. We did lose another point, though, because the heavy support died, so be it. Back top of turn 5 for Eldar. Combination of shooting this thing. This guy fired a Mantle, although I should have saved him to charge the dog, but I'm so stupid. Anyways, these guys got some Wrens in there. Shooting from the Vypers with Guide, finally managed to gun down the big guy over here. So we got a little combat over here going first. First, we got leadership test on this guy. Is he afraid of the dog? No, not this time. He got a 7. 2 attacks. He got 1 hit. And no wounds yet, but this guy gets 1 attack back. Oh, he hits you, needs a 5, right? Nah, nothing. Gong show continues like a total fail. And, oh, I forgot to fire the big guy, but actually he has no targets to shoot at. He has nothing to see it, so he's just going to flat out like a millimeter or something. That's it. All right, and that's it. On to bottom turn 5. These guys moved out over here, just shot with some kind of demon flamer, no cover allowed, killed those 2 bikes. These guys are still holding that objective, though. The dog finally kills my guy. I put 1 wound into him, though, just as an insult damage, but he goes, consolidates only 1 inch, though. Other than that, these guys shimmied on that objective and kind of held it there. Those guys left it, and we're going to see if the game ends on a 1 or 2. Here we go. What do we got there?
5.
A 5. The game continues turn 6. We're going to keep playing? Let's keep playing. All right, here we go. Oh my God, it never ends. Yeah, they go to ground. Another thing. Their fearless guys go to ground.
They go back through their little chaos portal and
that's right. They decide to flee through that objective. So what happened here? We've called it for the Eldar. Managed to get everything in here. Gunned all that unit down. He was prescient, ready to charge if need be. Guide on those guys. This guy over here blasted the dog. Was ready to charge it if need be. That guy flew flat out to own that objective. Big guns never tire. So we just called it there, 3 objectives to 1. But yeah, no, it had me going in those early rounds, man. It was looking pretty hairy early on, eh? But just managed to just chicken away from you. I think it was a good idea to just chicken away on that side of the board, despite there was nothing there. But thanks for the game. Yeah, thanks again. Yeah, we always have a good game. You slaughtered me with your Imperial Guard a bunch of times, so this is victory for the Eldar. Yeah, for once.
I saw you tabling me a couple times with them too.
Maybe. All right. Well, thanks for the game again, man.